today's Tuesday teaching tip. Today's tip is part 5 in an informational series that I've been filming and giving parents ways to help with students who have attention issues or focusing issues. And so today is about dealing with those subjects that your student struggles with the most. For my son, it was math. And when it was time for math, again, it was I don't want to have to do math. So what I would do at the beginning, it was, okay, let's try this. Let's do math very beginning of the day. That way we can rip it off like a Band-Aid and get it out of the way. And for a lot of students who have attention and focusing problems, in the morning after breakfast, after they've been awake for a little while, that's normally a really good time to start those subjects that require more work on your student's part, and so that they can focus for a longer period of time because they're well rested. Hopefully they're well rested. So that's one way to deal with those subjects that are difficult for students who have attention or focusing issues. Another way is I would say, okay, so we're going to try very beginning in the morning after we've had our breakfast and we're ready to go. And it worked for a while, and then we'd see, some of the trouble coming back into play with not being able to focus and not liking having to do math at the very beginning of the day. So then we would do, okay, so we're going to do some other lessons. We'll start out with our handwriting, some simple things just to kind of warm our brain up. And we would do it after we had a break, a physical brain break. We'd go take the dog for a walk and we come back. So we're energized in that we've just taken a walk, got some of the energy out, and our blood's pumping, and so we're focused. And so that helped. So we would go take a walk every time before our difficult class, the class that was difficult for him to focus and pay attention. And then later on, when that stopped working, know that in homeschooling, there's no one way to do it correctly. It really meets the needs of whatever meets the needs of your family, of your children, of your schedule, because some of the other help that I'm going to talk about later on is maintaining a regular routine. Now, we would have a regular routine in that every day we would cover math. Every day we would cover our language arts, the things that we had to do during our school day. Now, our regular routine may be different from somebody else's regular routine, but so just know that yeah, it's very important to maintain a regular routine with students who have ADD, ADHD, focusing, attention problems, whatever issues you're dealing with in homeschooling. But moving your schedule around, moving what you teach, you're still having your schedule, but what you teach at a certain time can move around to help meet the needs of your child. And so with that, like I said, we'd start it in the morning, then we'd start it after our walk. Eventually, we did it. It was the very last class of the day because he was already into the swing of things. We had gotten our social studies done. We had gotten our reading done. We had gotten all these other things done. He's like, okay, so I've got to do math so that now, once I complete math, I can go on to do my fun stuff and the things that I want to do at the end of the day. And for the rest of homeschooling, that's where the difficult class would be scheduled at the end of his school day. And so do that. Find that tough subject, that subject that your child struggles with the most. And it could be struggle with it's the most difficult, or just the most difficult to pay attention, the most difficult to get their work completed, and keep fine-tuning your schedule and find that time that's a best fit for you. It took us a period of several years to figure out a good schedule for us, and our schedule changed every year. So know that that's going to happen as well. And so, the best advice when it comes to something like this is go with the flow with homeschooling and finding your best fit, what best meets the needs for you and your children. All right, so this was tip number 5 in this series. Next week, I'm going to cover maintaining a regular routine and using a timer. I'm going to put those two together so that you can see how that can also work and help with students who have issues with focusing. All right, until then, have a great rest of your week. I know it's only Tuesday, so enjoy the rest of your week.